The Kingdom of Lion, Rise of Empire. Prologue. The Roar in the Dark. Long before the maps of men were inked and drawn, before trade routes were carved across seas and mountains, there lay a valley known as Aurelia, fertile and golden beneath the eternal sun. In its heart, a kingdom was forged not by the plow, but by the sword, and not under the banner of peace, but under the symbol of the lion, the beast whose roar shook mountains. This was the Kingdom of Lion, a realm destined not to remain a mere kingdom, but to rise as an empire that would command nations and etch its tale across the annals of time. Part 1. The Dawn of the Kingdom. The Kingdom of Lion was born in the year of the blood sun, when the sky burned red for 3 days. The old chronicles tell that during this omen, King Aldric the Bold united the warring clans of Aurelia. Fierce, unyielding, and relentless, he was said to have wrestled a lion with his bare hands, a myth that gave birth to his sigil and his name. Aldric carved his throne not from luxury, but from conquest. Villages that once fought one another for land swore fealty to him, and with every oath, his power grew. Yet his greatness was not merely in war. Aldric was a man of vision. He dreamed of a realm where strength meant survival, where courage outweighed lineage, and where the roar of the lion would be heard across the world. But Aldric's dream was but the foundation. The empire would not rise under him, but under his bloodline, through fire, ambition, and destiny. Part 2. Seeds of an Empire. After Aldric's death, his son King Lucian I, known as the Iron Lion, inherited the throne. Lucian expanded the kingdom's borders, building fortresses along the Silver River and conquering the mountain tribes to the north. His reign was one of consolidation, forging laws that bound the people together and establishing the Lion Guard, an elite order of warriors sworn to defend the crown. Yet with expansion came envy. Neighboring kingdoms, the Wolf of Dracovia, the Eagle of Serethus, and the Serpent of Mur, watched with wary eyes as the lion grew stronger. Alliances were whispered in dark halls, and steel was sharpened in anticipation. Lucian, though cunning, knew that the true test of the lion had yet to come. He prepared his son, Prince Eric, for a world that would not yield willingly to Aurelia's dominance. Part 3. The Prince of Fire. Prince Eric was unlike his forebears. Where Aldric was bold and Lucian was iron-willed, Eric was fiery, a man of ambition unbound by restraint. He rode at the front of every battle, his blade cutting through foes like lightning splitting the sky. His people adored him, yet many feared his hunger for more. When Lucian died, Eric ascended the throne as King Eric the Flame. His first decree was war. He launched campaigns against the Eagle of Serethus, claiming their fertile plains. He broke the Wolf of Dracovia with a single, brutal campaign, forcing them into vassalage. It was under Eric that the Kingdom of Lion first became known as an empire in all but name. He declared Aurelia the heart of the world, and crowned himself Emperor of the Golden Sun, though his council begged him not to provoke the wrath of gods and kings alike. But Eric was not satisfied with conquest alone. He envisioned roads binding the lands, grand cities rising like jewels, and a legacy that would echo through eternity. His vision was greater than a king's crown, it was an empire's dream. Part 4. Shadows of Betrayal. No empire rises without enemies from within. In the court of the lion, jealousy brewed. Nobles resented Eric's growing authority, whispering that he was no longer a king of men, but a tyrant crowned by flame. His brother, Prince Darius, once loyal, grew envious of Eric's glory. Darius conspired with the Serpent of Mur, promising to betray Aurelia in exchange for a crown of his own. War erupted when Mur struck Aurelia's southern borders. But the lion did not falter. Eric crushed the Serpent's armies, though the cost was steep. His beloved queen, Alara, fell in battle. Heartbroken yet unbroken, Eric executed Darius publicly, declaring before the people, "The lion devours its traitors. Let all who whisper against the throne remember this day." The empire wept for its queen, but the roar of the lion only grew louder. Part 5. The Rise of Empire. Years of conquest followed. Eric's armies marched beyond mountains, deserts, and seas. The lion banner flew from the white cliffs of Veiros to the endless sands of Zahara. Cities surrendered at the mere rumor of his advance. It was in his twilight years that the world at last named Aurelia not merely a kingdom, but the Lion Empire. The empire was divided into provinces, each ruled by governors loyal to Eric, connected by stone roads that carried trade, soldiers, and ideas faster than ever before. The capital, Lionheart, rose as a marvel of architecture, its golden walls gleaming like the sun. Scholars, artisans, and philosophers flourished under Eric's patronage. The empire was not only strong, it was prosperous, a beacon of civilization. Yet as every flame burns brightest before it fades, so too did Eric's reign near its end. On his deathbed, he whispered, "The lion has risen, but beware, for an empire is harder to hold than it is to forge." Part 6. The Legacy of the Roar. Eric's descendants inherited both the glory and the burden of the empire. Some were wise, building on his foundation, spreading Aurelia's culture and law across vast lands. Others were foolish, squandering wealth in vanity and pleasure. The Lion Empire endured invasions, rebellions, and plagues, yet it remained unbroken for centuries, its roar echoing across the world. Legends tell of its armies, clad in golden armor, striking fear into the hearts of kings. Of its scholars, who mapped the stars and wrote tomes of wisdom still studied today. Of its people, who carried the pride of the lion in their hearts. And though time would one day bring decline, the story of the rise of the Lion Empire would forever stand as a testament to ambition, courage, betrayal, and destiny. For empires may crumble, but legends never die. Epilogue. The roar that endures. In the ruins of Lionheart, where grass now grows over shattered stone, travelers say they can still hear it, the echo of a roar carried by the wind. The sound of a kingdom that rose to an empire, of men who dared to dream beyond crowns, and of a lion whose fire burns so brightly that its light still lingers in the memory of the world. The lion sleeps, but it is never dead. And when it wakes, the world will tremble once more.